Am I imagining things? Is this just wishful thinking? Or is he actually haunted by what you two had? Let me tell you something no one else will. Men don't move on the way you think they do. They replace, they distract, they run. But that unresolved connection, that emotional imprint you left, it lingers, far longer than he'll ever admit. You see, men are conditioned to appear strong, to suppress, to conquer, to perform like everything's fine. So when he jumps into a new relationship right after you, people clap for him. They say he's doing great. But what they don't see is the silent moments. That second before he kisses her. That pause when your song randomly plays. That slight hesitation when someone mentions your name. Those are the cracks in his armor. And those cracks, they're real. They're the proof. Because here's what you need to understand. You don't have to be in his life for him to still feel your presence. And if he's feeling it, he's showing it, whether he knows it or not. So how do I know? How can I be so sure? Because men can't hide these 5 secret signs. They try. They pretend. They even convince themselves they're over it. That the subconscious is a powerful thing. It leaks. It exposes. It tells the truth. When the ego wants to lie. So if you've ever had that gut feeling, if you've ever looked at his new life and thought, this doesn't feel real. If you've ever scrolled through his photos and noticed something off, you're not crazy. You're intuitive. You're sensing what he can't even admit to himself. Because here's the forbidden truth no one wants to say out loud. Just because he's with her doesn't mean he's over you. Think about it. Why does he still have your hoodie? Why hasn't he deleted that one picture of you two from last summer? Why did he randomly like that meme you posted at 2 a.m.? Why, if he's so happy now, does he still feel unfinished? Let me give it to you straight. Because you deserve clarity. When a man loses a woman who saw him, truly saw him, the part of him that felt safe with you doesn't just vanish. He may find comfort in someone else. He may laugh, sleep next to her, post stories like everything's perfect. But deep down, there's a comparison he can't stop making. There's a void he can't quite explain. There's a whisper in the back of his mind that says, she got me in a way no one else does. And it shows. It always shows. So the real question isn't, does he miss me? It's, are you ready to see the truth behind his mask? Because once you do, you'll never see him or her the same way again. This isn't about games. It's not about obsessing. It's about understanding the unspoken. So get ready, because I'm about to reveal the 5 secret signs. He's thinking about you, even now, even while he's laying next to her, even when he swears he's over it. These signs aren't guesses, they're patterns. Subtle psychological slip-ups that even the most confident, emotionally detached man can't control. You'll start noticing them. In texts, in timing, in the way he looks at the world now. But here's the thing. Knowing these signs isn't just about him. It's about you stepping into your power. Because when you see the truth, you get to decide what it means. And maybe, just maybe, you'll realize he's the one who lost something real. Not you. Because you've grown. You've felt the ache and kept going. You've evolved in silence. You've rebuilt your heart without needing to broadcast it to the world. And that quiet transformation, that's what he feels, even if he doesn't understand it yet. So if you're ready to find out what his silence has really been saying, if you want to uncover the signs he can't hide anymore, stay with me. Because what I'm about to tell you next might just blow your mind. Why men can't fully let go. Here's the brutal reality no one talks about. Even when a man moves on, his subconscious keeps pulling him back. Why? Because for men, emotional attachment and ego often exist in conflict. He tells himself he's over you. But what he's really doing is trying to win the breakup. Let's break this down. When a relationship ends, especially one that went deep, it leaves a psychological imprint. And for men, that imprint doesn't disappear the moment they meet someone new. In fact, it often gets stronger. Because now he's forced to compare, to evaluate, to silently ask, why does this still feel unfinished? Let me tell you a story. I had a friend, let's call him Jason. Jason broke up with his girlfriend of 2 years. He was the one who ended it. Within a month, he was dating someone new. Beautiful girl, fun, lighthearted. His Instagram? full of smiles, beach trips, cute couple photos. You'd think he was living the dream. But behind the scenes, he kept listening to the same playlist his ex made him. Every time he drove alone, he played it, over and over. And one night, after a few drinks, he confessed something. It's weird. She's amazing, but I don't feel the same depth. With my ex, I felt seen. This new relationship is good, but it's like I'm performing, not connecting. That's when I realized something deep. Men don't grieve relationships right away. They suppress, they distract, they replace. But eventually, the weight of unfelt feelings starts to show up. In small, quiet moments. In songs. In dreams. In the split second his phone lights up and he hopes it's you. You see, most women process the breakup up front. They cry, they reflect, they talk it out. They go through the fire, early. But men, they build a wall. They throw themselves into a new connection, hoping it'll erase the last one. But here's the twist. The emotional bond doesn't vanish just because there's a new girlfriend. Because what he had with you was unique. It carried meaning. And the more real something was, the harder it is to replace. You might not realize this, but you imprinted on him. Not in a manipulative way. In a biological way. According to psychology, especially Carl Jung's ideas around the anima, the feminine image in a man's subconscious, men carry the memory of a deep emotional connection, like a symbolic blueprint. Even if he's with someone else, that emotional blueprint doesn't just rewrite itself. In fact, when the new woman doesn't match the depth you gave him, he starts feeling lost, like something's missing. It's not always conscious, but it plays out in subtle ways. Why do you think he still checks your stories? Why do you think he keeps that photo buried deep in his phone gallery? Why do you think your name still causes a pause in conversation? It's not because he's evil or manipulative. It's because his heart hasn't fully caught up with his actions. And ego? Ego hates to admit regret, so he won't message you. He won't say I miss you. He might even act like everything's great, but his body language, his timing, his silence, it all betrays him. Because here's the truth most people ignore. You don't get to unfeel someone who touched your soul. You can run, you can distract, you can replace, but you can't erase, especially when that woman saw the real you, before the mask. So yes, he's with her, but if you're noticing little signs, strange coincidences, trust your instincts, because he might not say it, but he's still tethered to you in ways he doesn't understand. Think about it. Why is he still following your best friend but not you? Why did he randomly bring up a memory only you two shared in a conversation with someone else? Why is he dating someone who weirdly looks, acts, or even talks a little like you? Because he's not over it. Not fully. Not deeply. He might want to be. He might try to be. But that emotional residue, that unfinished connection, it doesn't go away because there's a new girl in the picture. So if you've ever felt confused, torn, wondering if he's truly gone, understand this. Men can walk away physically, but emotionally, it's never that simple. And when he's alone, when there are no filters, no distractions, no one watching, that's when the truth slips out. So the next time you catch him glancing, hesitating, or reaching out in some strange, subtle way, don't doubt your intuition. You're not crazy. You're not reaching. You're reading the energy he's trying to hide. And trust me, he feels it too. He's thinking about you even now. So now that we've unpacked the psychology, let's get into the real proof. The part you've been waiting for. The subtle, sometimes shocking signs that he's still thinking about you. Even while he's laying next to her. Even while he's posting cute couple selfies. Even when he swears it's over. These aren't guesses. These are patterns that show up when the heart can't fully let go. Let's break it down. Number 1, the lingering glance. You know this one. You walk into a room, maybe at a party, a mutual friend's event, or just by chance. He sees you, and for a moment, everything else disappears. It's not a regular look. It's not polite or casual. It lingers, longer than it should. Just enough for it to feel like a question. Do you still think about me? And here's the kicker. He'll quickly look away like it never happened. But the delay, that heartbeat of silence, it betrays everything. Why does this matter? Because eye contact is primal. We lock eyes with what we want, what we fear, or what we miss. And when he still has unspoken feelings, his eyes will look for you before his mind can stop them. Even if she's next to him, even if he acts like he didn't see you. Watch his reaction when someone brings up your name. Does he go quiet? Does he smile for a second and then hide it? Does his current girlfriend suddenly get clingier when you're around? The eyes will always say what the mouth won't. Every single time. Number 2, the accidental text. You get a message. Maybe it's a meme, a "hey, sorry, wrong person," a song he knows you loved, or something random like, "You still go to that coffee shop on 5th? He plays it off. Oops, didn't mean to send that. But you feel it. It wasn't an accident. Here's the truth. Men don't accidentally reach out to women they're over. That little mistake was his emotional muscle. Memory pressing send before his ego hit delete. And you'll notice it always happens at key moments. Late at night, after he sees your story, around your birthday, or right after he fights with his new girl. It's not coincidence, it's emotional leakage. He's thinking of you. And in that moment of weakness, he wants to feel that connection again, even if it's just for a second. And the best part? He'll pretend it didn't mean anything, but he'll wait for your reply like it's oxygen. Number 3, the social media tell. Social media is emotional GPS. Want to know where his mind is at? Watch what he watches. He may not comment. He may not like every post, but he's watching. He's lurking. Let's say you post a story. You notice he views it within minutes. Always. Or he doesn't follow you, but he follows your best friend, your dog's account, your work account. And somehow, he's always just around, still connected. Now watch this pattern. You post something looking amazing, confident, glowing. A day later, he posts something with her. Coincidence? Nope. It's a reaction. He's trying to signal, "I'm good without you." But here's the truth. If he were really over you, he wouldn't feel the need to prove anything. And what about the random likes from years back? That old vacation pic from 2019, he accidentally liked at 1 a.m. That's not an accident. That's late night scrolling down memory lane and forgetting how close the like button is. Remember, a man who's truly moved on doesn't need to watch you heal. But a man who misses you, he's addicted to the progress. Because deep down, he wants to know. Does she still think about me too? Number 4, the comparison game. This one cuts deep because it's silent. You won't always see it, but she will. Every time she says something you used to say, every time she laughs in a way that reminds him of you, every time she falls short of that emotional depth you gave him, he notices. He compares, not because she's not good enough, but because you left a mark. And here's the wild part, he may even start molding her into your image. He'll take her to the same places. He'll suggest the same movies, the same playlist, the same inside jokes. Your inside jokes. It's not conscious, but it's real. Because when a man hasn't healed, he seeks the familiar. And you were the blueprint. So even if he tries to build something new, he'll keep trying to reconstruct what he lost. And guess who notices it the most? Her. She'll feel it. She may not say it, but she'll sense she's being compared to someone invisible. And that's when the cracks begin. Number 5, the Carl Jung trap, the memory glitch. Carl Jung spoke of the collective unconscious, a realm where memories, symbols and emotions live outside our conscious mind. So when he randomly brings up that one memory, the time you slow danced in the kitchen, that road trip to nowhere, that one quote you used to say, he's not just reminiscing, he's emotionally triggered. Something in his current world echoed that deep emotional experience with you, and his brain couldn't suppress it. This is how emotional attachments work. When something meant everything, even the smallest reminder can bring it all back. Smell, music, a phrase, a season. He might laugh and say, "This reminds me of someone I used to know." But inside, he's spiraling, because you're not someone. You were the one who cracked him open, the one who got past his defenses, the one who made love feel real, and raw, and terrifying. So when he brings up your name in conversations that have nothing to do with you, that's not coincidence. That's the past bleeding through the present. And it means one thing. You're not just a memory, you're a presence. So now that you've seen the signs, the real question is, what are you going to do with this truth? Because knowing he misses you is one thing, but what it means for you, that's where the real power lies. And that's exactly what we'll talk about next. What this really means for you. So now you've seen the signs. You feel it in your gut. He misses you. He's with her. But part of him still lingers in the past. With you. But let me ask you something powerful. Something most people are too afraid to ask. Just because he misses you, does that mean you should miss him too? Let that sit. Because here's the truth that flips everything upside down. Being missed isn't the same as being valued. Missing you doesn't mean he's ready. It doesn't mean he's changed. It doesn't mean he knows how to love you any better than he did before. It just means you left a mark. And yes, that can feel good. It can feel validating. After all the heartbreak, the silence, the way he seemed to move on so fast, it's human to crave that. Proof that you mattered. But here's the twist no one talks about. Sometimes, the idea of being missed is more addictive than the actual person. We chase the feeling, not the reality. We crave the emotional high of being wanted again. We imagine him lying awake at night, thinking of us, regretting it all. And in a way that gives us power. It's comforting, but be careful, because that comfort can become a trap. You start reliving the highlight reel, the laughter, the late night talks, the way he held you like he never wanted to let go. But memory is a magician. It fades the pain and sharpens the good. It'll make you forget the version of him that made you cry in silence. The version that didn't choose you when it really mattered. The version that wasn't capable of loving you at the level you deserved. So yes, maybe he misses you. Maybe he dreams about what you had. Maybe he even regrets letting it go. But regret without accountability is just emotional noise. It's not a plan. It's not a change. It's not a promise. It's just a shadow. And here's where your power comes in. Ask yourself this. Would you still want him if you knew he hasn't grown? Would you still crave that he misses me moment if you were fully healed? Are you in love with him or with the version of yourself that he made? You feel like you had to prove? This is the twist most people don't expect. You can love someone. You can even be missed by someone. But that doesn't mean they deserve to come back. Because being missed is easy. People miss their comfort, their habits, their emotional safety net. But showing up, doing the work, becoming the kind of person who can sustain love, that's something else entirely. And let's be honest, if he truly valued you when he had you, he wouldn't have needed to lose you to realize it. Now that doesn't mean people can't grow. Some do, but growth is shown, not spoken. It looks like accountability. It sounds like clarity. It feels like peace, not confusion. So before you start romanticizing the idea of being missed, ask yourself, why do I want to be missed so badly? Is it because you still love him? Or because you still need closure? Is it because you're hoping he's finally become the man you deserved back then? Or is it because somewhere deep inside, you still want validation that you were enough? Here's the truth, and it's going to hit deep. You were always enough. He just wasn't ready to receive you. He couldn't meet you where you were. Not because you were too much, but because he was too little for the kind of love you were offering. So yes, maybe he's realizing what he lost. Maybe he's living in the echo of your absence. Maybe he looks at her and secretly wishes she could be you. But don't let that wish become your reason to lower your standards. Don't let his indecision become your emotional prison. You are not a second chance. You're not a maybe someday. You are a right now for someone who's emotionally available, self-aware, and willing to give you the love you no longer have to beg for. So if he's missing you, let him sit in that silence. Let him scroll through your memories. Let him wonder if you ever think about him too. Because here's what's even more powerful than being missed. Being at peace, whether he comes back or not. Being so in love with your own growth that his nostalgia doesn't faze you. Being so grounded in your healing that you don't confuse attention with intention. Let him have his memories. Let him hold on to the echo of who you were. Because the woman you are now, she's not someone who waits around to be chosen. She's someone who knows she is the choice. So yes, he may miss you, but that doesn't mean he's right for you. And That's your power. The power move. So here you are. You've seen the signs, you've felt the energy, and now you know. He misses you. But now comes the part that matters more than anything else. What are you gonna do with that knowledge? Because here's the truth that separates the powerful from the passive. The woman he misses is not the one who chases, reacts, or explains herself. She's the one who doesn't flinch. She's the one who keeps glowing. She's the one who lets him miss her, without ever needing to say a word. You see, you don't win by proving a point. You don't win by texting back or posting thirst traps, or playing the same game he's playing. You win by outgrowing the conversation entirely, because the most powerful move isn't getting him back. It's becoming someone he no longer has access to. Let that sink in. He may have chosen someone else, but that doesn't mean he chose better. And deep down, he knows that. He might try to replace you, but no matter how hard he tries, he won't replicate the emotional depth, the energy, or the connection that only you brought into his life. Why? Because you were the one who saw him when he was still figuring himself out. You were the one who held space for his softness. You were the one who gave real, grounded love, not attention-seeking validation. And trust me, he will remember that. But don't you dare sit around waiting for his memory to catch up with his regret. Because your job now isn't to wonder if he'll ever come back. Your job is to rise so powerfully that the only thing he can do is watch from a distance. Because here's the secret most women never learn. The less you react, the more he questions everything. Every time you don't text back, every time you don't watch his story, every time you post a photo with a genuine smile, living your life fully and without pause, he feels the void. Because now, for the first time, he's not sure he still has emotional power over you. And that is what shakes him. Let's get brutally honest for a second. He thought you'd wait. He thought you'd stay curious. He thought you'd always be that soft place to land. But now you've turned your energy inward. You've stopped romanticizing the idea of being missed, and started romanticizing the woman who refused to shrink just to stay loved. That woman, she doesn't chase closure. She doesn't stalk his socials. She doesn't send one last text, hoping he'll say what she wants to hear. No, she reinvents herself. She takes that pain and alchemizes it into purpose. She upgrades her standards. She creates a life that doesn't just look good on the outside, but feels peaceful on the inside. And while he's busy wondering what went wrong, she's already 6 steps ahead, blooming in silence. So if you're seeing the signs, if he's orbiting, if he's watching, if he's dropping crumbs of attention, don't bite. Because here's your ultimate power move. Let him miss you, without ever giving him the satisfaction of knowing if you miss him too. Let him stay stuck in his almosts. Let him wonder if you ever cry about him. Let him replay old moments, while you build new ones, with people who see your worth the first time around. Because the moment you stop needing to be missed is the moment you become unforgettable. Not because of what you gave him, but because of who you became after he lost you. And that is the revenge. It's not posting thirst traps. It's not jumping into a new relationship to make him jealous. It's not proving anything to him at all. The real revenge is indifference. It's being so aligned with your own healing that his silence doesn't disturb your peace anymore. It's walking past him like he's a ghost of your past, while you are flesh and blood, unapologetic presence. It's thriving in your glow up, not because you want him to see it, but because you no longer care if he does. So here's your final truth bomb. The best revenge is letting him wonder forever. Wonder if he mattered. Wonder if you still think about him. Wonder why the girl he's with doesn't feel like home. You don't need to answer those questions. Let life answer for you. Because the version of you he misses, she's gone. She evolved. She transcended the pain. And the woman standing in her place, she's not someone he lost. She's someone he was never equipped to keep. So walk forward, unapologetically, with your head high, your boundaries sharp, and your heart healed. Let him scroll. Let him question. Let him ache. Because you've already moved on from wondering if he ever will.